During the Tokyo, Japan Nanotechnology Exhibition of 2022, the Xingfang Nanotechnology Company won gold awards and participated. The company began in 1943. The inventor of the nanotechnology is Dr. Zhang. Not only did the company win awards in the Tokyo, Japan exhibition, but they also were selected by the Academia Sinica Society in Taiwan. The topic of this video is about the creation of things and how it relates to the creation of the universe. How can we understand nanotechnology? If we want to create nanoparticles, then we first must understand the creation of the universe. The form of the universe is determined by laws of nature. Even when there is nothing, no form or anything in space, there are still laws of nature which are true no matter what. All things in the universe follow a pattern, just like the sun and the moon and the stars. The pattern is an orbit, a circle where they move around each other, but they do not touch. The creation of matter can occur when these objects touch and explode. These nanoparticles can change the microstructure of matter. In their essence, you can think of them just like dust. All of the universe is made of this very small dust. The properties of matter are actually hidden within energy. Matter and energy exist together and can be interchanged with one another. Just like in the creation of the universe, there was nothing, but then there was suddenly something. By understanding the smallest elements, we can better understand bigger things that we can see with our own eyes. This understanding helps us in many ways, such as in medical biotechnology, solar power, and even in the prevention of viruses. The van der Waals force that comes from these small particles is determined by the atomic weight and the charge that each atom releases. So some nanoparticles will push and pull more than others. Big particles will absorb smaller particles. Then these big and small nanoparticles will come together and group just like dust. This creates a phenomenon of electrostatic fields because of the van der Waals force. Now, how about creating and making these nanoparticles? It's a very complex process which involves the flow of electronics, particles, and you have to be extremely careful. It's easy and it's likely to cut through the electrical fields during the process and cause an explosion. When these nanoparticles react, they touch and their matter turns into energy and creates an explosion of very high temperature. When you make nanoparticles, you must design a very good cooling system. Most of the time, a complex liquid nitrogen cryogenic cooling system is used during the process. The place where nanoparticles are made must also be chosen carefully. It needs to have low humidity and high oxygen to prevent accidents. When the electrostatic field around these particles meets together and they release energy and sparks, and it leads to explosions. The form of the planets and all the matter follow a principle of energy agreement. The gravitational field of the Earth is determined by how big it is, and the Earth has two poles, north and south. The gravitation from both all the planets, they all relate to the gravity of the Sun, so they push and pull each other and create a balance, just like a circle. When you look at all the planets, then you can look at all the galaxy, and you can see the similarities of nanoparticles and dust as they group together with one another. The principle of the form of the universe and the creation of nanoparticles is actually the same. Both nanoparticles and these planets have electrical potential and polarity, so they have a chance of releasing energy. If you put these particles in pure water, they can spread apart and you can analyze. What you see is the light or the energy that they give off, just like planets. When you're making these nanoparticles, there's a very special process of grinding that must occur to turn the nanoparticles into dust. This grinding process is like a galaxy. There's balance in the form of the galaxy, in circles, and in these paths. The sun and the moon and the stars all follow natural laws when they are in space. The form of the universe and all things have a certain balance when they are together. How is the gravitational force of the Earth decided? By the mass, or the amount of things in the force that they all have together. If there is no mass, then nothing will push or pull, and there will be no circular pattern or rotation. Regarding the nanoparticle machine, we can make a comparison with the creation of the world and galaxies. When the nanoparticles collide together, they produce larger particles, and all of the universe operates on this principle. You must be extremely careful when making calculations and making these nanoparticles. Even though we understand the principle, it's difficult to make. The speed must be controlled carefully, and the pressure and the air quality and the temperature must be exact. The pressure to make these particles has to be controlled so they can break apart and come together in the order that you desire. The air quality and the pressure must also be controlled to avoid electricity flowing around and causing an accident. Xinfang Nanotechnology Corporation and the laws of nature are closely tied together. Another thing to consider is gravity and how the particles float and suspend. When the air pressure causing the particles to float is greater than the gravity, then the particles that were floating up will begin to fall down. And the particles that fall down will grind more, and the small particles will float up, and they can all come together again. The machine that grinds the particles is just like a galaxy spinning around. Not only is the system similar to a galaxy, but it's also similar to a typhoon or a hurricane. The process of making nanoparticles is also like a black hole and how it influences the planets and the matter around it, drawing the heaviest objects in very close. In 2006, Xinfang Nanotechnology Corporation produced a special machine to make nanoparticles, and they received an international patent. The original machine received an international patent in 1971 and a global award in 1978. The idea and creation of this machine was inspired by businesses in Taiwan's sugar industry. The Xinfang Nanotechnology Corporation published the creation of this machine, and the technology is rated as one of the highest and most innovative in the world. The methods of grinding these substances into nanoparticles has helped us to overcome many challenges. The Xinfang Nanotechnology Corporation has been acknowledged by many countries around the world, and the inventor of the technology, Dr. Zhang, has reflected on several principles. First, the creation of the world and the creation of matter. Second, how nanotechnology and science puts truth into practice. Third, the pursuit of perfection is the inventor's eternal dream. Fourth, to increase in wisdom and value, we must have good morals and be selfless. Fifth, everything in the world is made of dust, and man is natural and spontaneous, so we must cherish life and love every moment. Sixth, knowledge changes, and what you see and experience is true in the end. The beginning of all things can be seen in the natural world. Reason follows the laws of heaven and earth. So let things take their natural course and develop as they will.